Let's be real for a second. When was the last time you actually found what you were looking for on Google without having to scroll past a massive wall of text that you never even asked for? Like, you know exactly what I am talking about. Like, you type in a simple question, maybe looking for, I don't know, a dinner recipe or wanting to know why your phone battery is dying so fast. And instead of just giving you a straightforward link to a website with a nice answer, well, Google just force feeds you an AI overview. It is this giant auto-generated block of text that just sits at the very top of your screen. And the craziest part of the whole situation is that they gave us absolutely no way to opt out of it. Like, it is just there staring at you if you want it or not. Like, people are genuinely frustrated, including me actually, because what used to be a seamless instant experience now just feels like you're fighting an uphill battle against the search engine itself. And this is not just like a personal pet peeve of mine, like it is a massive fundamental shift in how we all use the internet on a daily basis. Like, when Google made this feature mandatory, well, people actually started looking for the exit door, realizing that the product they relied on 100 times a day was just no longer serving them, but instead just trying to keep them trapped in a closed ecosystem. Like, the search results are just quite literally getting like worse, burying the actual helpful websites beneath layers of sponsored content and just AI summaries that sometimes even just hallucinate entirely fake answers. Like, it is wild to watch a tech giant break the exact thing that made them famous in the first place, turning the most reliable tool on the entire web into an unavoidable, just clunky AI experiment that nobody really asked to participate in. So what happens when everybody collectively realizes that the main search bar of the internet is just completely broken? Well, obviously they're going to jump ship. And right now, well, everyone, including actually me, well, they hopped on straight over to DuckDuckGo. So this isn't just like a tiny ripple in the tech world. Like, it's a massive documented pretty much wave of everyday people just saying that they have finally had enough. Just after Google started showing these AI overviews down everyone's throats, well, DuckDuckGo started app install showed up by a staggering 18.1% week over week. Think about how many millions of people had to get just so intensely annoyed by their daily search results that they just went out their way to download a brand new browser. Even the CEO of DuckDuckGo just publicly said it, pointing out clearly that Google is force-feeding AI with no opt-out, and because of that forced adoption, well, their search results are just getting continuously worse over time. Like, it is the classic story of a corporate villain getting way too greedy and just pushing their loyalties just too far, creating the absolute perfect opportunity for a privacy-focused hero to swoop in. Like, DuckDuckGo had always been like the privacy-first alternative, but right now they aren't just like selling privacy, they're just selling a search engine that actually functions like a real search engine. Like, you type a word, you get the helpful links, and you go about your day. Like, there's no robot lecturing you, no overly cluttered interface, pretty much just the pure unadulterated web the way it was always meant to be. Like, it's just refreshing, and that spike in downloads just proves that people are desperately craving simplicity over these bloated mandatory AI features. Like, we are watching a real-time migration of millions of internet users who are just simply exhausted by having a tech giant control how they are allowed to find information. But let's peel back the curtain a little bit here, because the real issue pretty much with this whole transition just goes way deeper than just an annoying interface or, for example, a cluttered screen on your laptop. Will Google abruptly flip the switch from traditional search to this conversational AI mode? Will it subtly change the entire dynamic of how your personal data is collected and utilized? Like, back in the day, a traditional keyword search was just honestly a pretty straightforward transaction. Like, you simply type a quick phrase, quick link, and Google gets one single isolated data point about what you want in that exact second. But an AI conversation with that is just an entirely different, much more invasive beast. Like, when you start chatting with an AI, will just like asking specific follow-up questions, clarifying your thoughts, and revealing exactly what you are confused or worried about, well, you are essentially handing over a highly detailed map of how your human brain works. A keyword tells them what you want, but a long-form conversation will tell them exactly how you think, what you fear, and what you are pretty much planning for your personal future. And by Google's like own admission, like, their AI mode has already blown past 1 billion monthly users. Like, that's 1 billion people feeding pretty much their most personal stream of conscious thought into a machine in real time. Like, they didn't just break the search bar, they successfully transformed something that you use blindly 100 times a day into the most detailed surveillance apparatus ever constructed in human history, in my opinion. Like, every single query, every slight hesitation, every like deeply personal search was just cataloged, profiled, and fed right back into the model. Like, it is genuinely like unsettling when you realize that the tool meant to help you find answers is actually just demanding you to empty your mind into the servers for free research and development. Now here's where it gets interesting, because DuckDuckGo did the one thing that Google didn't. Like, they built the exact same conversational AI, the kind that answers complex questions and summarizes long articles, but they pretty much ripped the surveillance out of it. Like, DuckDuckGo isn't some charity, like, they're a business, but the way their business works is the whole point. Like, they make money without needing your data, which means they have a real reason to build this differently. It's all sitting right there in their published privacy policy. Like, when you use their AI chat, they strip your IP address before your request ever reaches the AI providers on the other end. So the model never even sees like who's actually asking. Like, a conversation usually gets deleted within 30 days. Not anonymized and quietly kept, but actually deleted. And the big one, they explicitly block your chats from ever being used to train the models. And put those three together and you get back the exact same thing that Google quietly took away. Like, you can ask the weird questions, like the embarrassing questions, the deeply personal medical or financial questions, without it being cataloged and fed into a machine forever. It's not a perfect privacy silver bullet, and they don't have the same frontier models like Google. Like, that's not the case. But compared to typing the same question into a system built to remember it for like the rest of time, like, it isn't even close. And that's exactly why people are making the switch. At the end of the day, this whole situation is just serving as a massive unavoidable wake-up call, how we interact with modern technology and what exactly we are willing to put up as consumers. Like, we all lived through a long era where Google was practically untouchable, functioning as the default starting point for absolutely everything we did online. But they got way too comfortable and just seemingly forgot that user trust is just fragile in the first place, by trying to boldly shove unpolished and escapable AI features down our throats while simultaneously turning our daily inquiries into a massive global data harvesting operation where they fundamentally broke that long-standing trust. Like, millions of regular people are finally waking up to the reality the internet doesn't have to be like this exhausting privacy invading obstacle course every time they want to look up some information online. Switching to a privacy first alternative like DuckDuckGo is such like a small effortless action on our part. Like, I'm not sponsored by them, but I'm just saying it's very easy to do, and it sends a massive undeniable message to the entire tech industry. And it also sends a massive undeniable signal to the tech industry that we actually value our digital privacy and that we value clean and simple search results at the end of the day. And we definitely don't want our personal inner thoughts being treated as free training data to boost a tech giant's quarterly bottom line. Like, the momentum in the market is clearly shifting right now, and it really just feels like we're finally entering an exciting era where users are actively taking the power back from these massive monopolies. And it is actually going to be interesting to see how Google attempts to walk this controversy back over the next year, or if you just keep stubbornly doubling down while their core user base just quietly slips away. But either way, the fact that a privacy-focused underdog is currently thriving simply by offering a simple search bar that actually works is the ultimate reality check pretty much for the tech world. So yeah, that's it for this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, I'm recording this at like 3 a.m. so I'm actually like pretty tired. But anyways, I'll see you next time.